Welcome to the Buccaneers Observer. This is Ralph Phillips. Today we're going to be going over the things I found interesting in the NFC Championship Week 20 game against the Green Bay Packers, the Cheeseheads. This is part one of a multi-part series. These are not all the plays in the game, only the ones where I found something interesting worth pointing out. These plays are in chronological order. These are not highlight plays or X's and O's as much as it is Jimmy's and Joe's. I like to show the one-on-one matchups and the things you won't see on the broadcast. If you like this kind of analysis and discussion about the Buccaneers, check out our podcast with myself and Molly Bay. Now, there's a lot to get to in this game, so let's go ahead and start doing it. This is a 4-yard run by Ronald Jones. There's a lot of interesting stuff going on here. The Buccaneers offense has been quite innovative as of late, as well as the defense. They've really ramped it up in the playoffs to do a lot of unique things. Now, right here, you'll see a very strange formation. You've got two tight ends. You've got 88 in between the left tackle and left guard. You got 84 between the right tackle and the right guard. And then you got 27, Ronald Jones, lined up 7 yards behind the quarterback. This is a really neat run design. What will happen is Stinnie, number 64, he pulls, he comes this way, he blocks. He puts a great block on the end of this line. 88 goes way out here and blocks. And then 84 comes up here and he cleans up whoever is left. I believe 54 comes over and he ends up picking 54 up. The only person that really doesn't do a fantastic job is 74, Ali Marpet. He ends up blocking nobody. Not really by a mistake on his part, but everybody kind of avoids him. But let's walk through this real quick. Let's keep an eye on 64 first. He's the lead blocker here. Bam! Nice block. You see he puts a hit on this guy. Here's 64 coming. There's a really nice block. Bam! Then you got 84 cleaning up right behind him. He gets on 54. Seals that edge. And then 27, all he's got left to beat is this guy. Unfortunately, that guy does get a little ankle tackle on him. But as you can see, Marpet's out here. He doesn't really get a hold of anybody. We'll look at it. Look at Marpet. 54 comes down and then jumps this way, kind of fooling Marpet, and he ends up not getting anybody. Anyhow, it's a very unique and interesting run design. I like it. I like the way the Buccaneers have really changed up a lot of stuff, throwing a lot of wrinkles in there, and I think it's helped them out in the playoffs. Yeah, the refereeing in this game sucked, of course. Here's a false start on Stinnie, number 64, that was uncalled. Yeah, keep an eye on him. We're going to go for it, go through it in slow motion real quick. See right there, ball has a snap. Ball's getting ready to snap. There it is. Ball just now snapped. You can say, oh, it's in slow motion, but you could see it in, I'm going to go regular speed too. Keep an eye on 64. You'll see. There, see? Here's a 3rd and 13 situation. This is another interesting play designed by the Buccaneers. This is a middle field screen. You're going to see Godwin. He comes over here and catches the ball. And you've got your 3 center linemen, Jensen, Marpet, and Stinnie. They all rush down the field and block. Do an excellent job. Keep an eye on 66, Jensen. He lays out 51, Chris Barnes. Keep an eye on these two. Slam. Nice run by Godwin. Yards after the catch. Brady gets sacked on this play. It's a 3rd and 10. There's a whole lot of interesting stuff going on. For some reason, I don't know what, it's obviously a breakdown in routes, but Mike Evans and Gronkowski collide with each other deep downfield. Keep an eye on these two. Let's keep an eye on Gronkowski. This is partly why this sack happened, because, bam, see him right there? They collide with each other, knocking Gronk down. and Brady doesn't have anybody to throw to, basically. The sack happens. 64 gets beat by 97, Kenny Clark. Now, Kenny Clark has been giving Steiny, 64, a hard time this whole game so far. 66, Ryan Jensen, he comes over to help Marpet. He should have came over to help with 64. Marpet did not need any help. Let's keep an eye on this. 64 getting beat by Kenny Clark. There it is. But if you notice over here, we've got Donovan Smith, got a good pancake on 55s. Zadarius Smith. Keep an eye on Donovan. Boop. Big boys. This is a 3rd and 15. Aaron Rodgers ends up throwing a 23-yard pass to Alan Lazard. It's a couple of interesting things. If you notice, Ndamukong Suh is lined up in the inside linebacker position. Now, he's done this a couple times during this game. It's happened a few times during the season, but it seems like they're going a little heavy on it this game. You'll see Levante and Devin White, they kind of get up on the line. But Ndamukong Suh is standing up in the inside linebacker position. Now, something interesting. Look at 58, 62. Right here, Patrick Lucas, he grabs hold of the back of 58's jersey and holds him for a long time. Now, Aaron Rodgers does a bootleg. He comes out this way. You can see 58 immediately tries to go over there, but he can't because 62 has got the back of his jersey. Right there, he grabs him. You see it? We're going to step through it. He holds it for a long time. I see right there, he can't move. 58 is definitely, you can see he's being twisted. He's definitely being held. And then, he's trying to get around these two guys, but he can't. See, 50, Lucas has still got the back of his jersey. And he holds onto that back of his jersey all the way up until 93. Suh comes over and knocks him off of him. And Barrett can't escape these two guys. He's being held. And then you see Suh come in, and that's when he finally lets go of his jersey. And at that point, Barrett gets kind of pushed down. We can do it in real time. Let's watch it again. It's 58 and 62. Lucas. Here's Lucas. Here's 58. But he grabs the back of his jersey. Right there, see it, holding, and then bam. And that was just a great pass and catch. 23 SMB, he was right there. I mean, he was right there. It's definitely not his fault. That was just good pass and catch by the Packers. Just real quick, another example of our special teams blocking. You got Mickens runs it back 22 yards. Of course, he catches it a few yards from the end zone, but we'll look at it from here. I want to show you. You're going to see Patrick O'Connor and Ryan Smith. Okay, he catches it, and right there, perfect lane. I mean, he's got, if he follows behind his lead blocker right here, there's one guy in front. You see, there's a huge hole. If he could come up through here, boom, he'd be gone. The problem is that O'Connor and Ryan Smith both don't make their blocks. We'll step through it. Frame at a time. You see, he's still got a wide open hole, and then he gets loose, and then he gets loose. And they both end up making the tackle. Just a little bit of better blocking there, and that would have been a home run. Let's watch it in full speed. Let's run it in. Boom, got a huge hole, and then just collapsed.